Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Krista, and today we're diving into a topic that's becoming more and more relevant for retirees retiring outside of the US. Now, I know many of us are feeling the pressure as we approach retirement. Maybe you've saved up, but it's not enough. Maybe your only source of income in retirement will be Social Security, and that can feel very overwhelming. But what if I told you there's a way to stretch that income further by retiring abroad? So, why are so many people choosing to retire outside of the US, specifically in countries like Mexico? Well, for starters, living abroad can often be a lot cheaper than staying in the US. Healthcare, housing, groceries, and entertainment. They can all be significantly less expensive, especially in places like Mexico, where the cost of living is generally lower than in most US cities. According to recent reports, the average American needs around 40,000 per year to live comfortably in retirement, but many Social Security recipients only get about 1,500 per month, which is around 18,000 per year. So, what can you do when your retirement savings fall short? Retiring in a place like Mexico can help you stretch that Social Security check much further. Plus, many of these countries have incredible expat communities, so you're not going to feel alone. You'll find others who've made the move, and they'll be a great resource to help you navigate the transition. Now, let's get into the real concern. Maybe you're approaching retirement and you don't have nearly as much saved as you'd hoped. Social Security may be your only guaranteed income, and that can be tough to live on in the US, especially with rising healthcare costs, inflation, and everyday expenses. According to the Social Security Administration, the average monthly benefit for retirees is around $1,500, but in many parts of the US, that's just not enough. Rent, healthcare, and utilities in cities like New York or San Francisco can easily eat up at that amount. But here's the good news: retiring abroad can make that Social Security check go much further. In places like Mexico, you can often live quite comfortably on just your Social Security income. Let's take a look at some examples. So, let's take Mexico as an example. Mexico has long been a popular destination for retirees, especially Americans. The country offers a low cost of living, high quality healthcare, and vibrant cultural experiences. For example, the average cost of living in Mexico can range from 1,500 to 2,500 per month, depending on your lifestyle and where you choose to live. If you're living in a larger city like Mexico City, the cost will be a bit higher, but in smaller towns or coastal areas, your expenses can be much lower. Let's break it down a bit further. Rent in Mexico is a fraction of what you'd pay in the US. In many places, you can rent a nice one bedroom apartment for about $300 to $600 a month. Utilities typically cost between $50 to $100 per month, and healthcare can be a fraction of the price of US premiums. In fact, many expats report paying around 1,000 to 1,500 a month for rent, utilities, and groceries, leaving plenty of room to enjoy life, traveling, and even having a little savings. So, if you're living on $1,500 a month from Social Security, Mexico could be an ideal destination to stretch that income. Now, let's talk about healthcare. Healthcare costs in the US can be a major burden in retirement, especially if you're on a fixed income. But in Mexico, you'll find quality healthcare at a fraction of the price. Mexico's healthcare system is very affordable and is known for offering high quality medical care. Many doctors are trained in the US or Europe, and you can find great doctors and hospitals in places like Mexico City, Guadalajara, and even in smaller towns. And here's the best part: health insurance in Mexico is much cheaper than in the US. Many retirees report paying anywhere from $100 to $300 a month for private healthcare insurance. Plus, prescription medication can be much cheaper, which is a huge bonus if you take regular medications. So, not only will your cost of living be lower, but your healthcare costs could be a fraction of what you'd pay in the US. One of the biggest concerns people have about retiring abroad is loneliness. Will you fit in? Will you feel isolated? Well, the good news is that in countries like Mexico, there's a thriving expat community. Mexico is one of the most popular destinations for American retirees, and you'll find a large and welcoming expat community in many areas. Cities like Lake Chapala, San Miguel de Allende, and Puerto Vallarta are full of Americans and Canadians who've made the move and have been living there for years. There are plenty of resources and meetups to help you get in more involved. You can make new friends, enjoy social activities, and even find volunteer opportunities if you're looking for ways to give back. Plus, living in a new culture can be an exciting adventure. Before you pack your bags, there are a few things to consider when retiring abroad. First, visa requirements. Mexico offers a temporary resident visa for retirees, which allows you to live in the country for up to 4 years and is relatively easy to apply for. After that, you can renew your residency or apply for permanent residency. Second, consider your tax situation. Retiring abroad may have tax implications, but it's important to understand the rules around your Social Security benefits and any pensions you may receive. Be sure to consult with a tax professional who's experienced in international tax laws. And finally, it's important to do some research on the specific area you're considering moving to. Visit a few times before making the full commitment to ensure it's the right fit for your lifestyle and health needs. So, if you're feeling like your retirement savings aren't enough, consider making the leap and retiring abroad. Mexico, with its affordable living, great healthcare, and vibrant expat community, could be just the place to make your Social Security go much further. It's not an easy decision, but it could very well be the key to living the retirement you've always dreamt of. If you're thinking about retiring abroad, what's holding you back? Or maybe you've already made the move. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more retirement tips and financial advice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.